Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, it's Hannah. Today I am filming my second of 3 videos because I can't help myself. If you guys watched Thursday's video by the time you see this, because I'm going to edit and I'm going to film and at least edit the Luxe dollar opening video so that when I have all of the brand new stuff in this, it doesn't look weird. I did cry at the end of that video. I'm an emotional wreck when it comes to gifts. I don't take them well. And it's not that I don't take them well because they're free gifts. It's I don't take them well because I don't like being given free things because I get emotional. I'm great at gift giving. I'm not great at gift receiving. But I thought we would start using some of my new toys and my new binders and just, I'm so excited. I am using a fully funded placeholder in today's video because we are fully funding an envelope today, which is exciting. So this is new, which I absolutely love that I got myself one of these because it just bulks up my wallet and it looks kind of gross. So on that note, we are stuffing $1,585 in today's video. So let's get to counting. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 51, 52. So this was 200. Technical difficulty. That was scary. That fell right on top of me. Alright. I'm gonna have complications with today's videos, I think. Alright, 200 there. Do I leave that in? I'm not sure. I guess you guys will find out if I left my little collapse in. Raelynn, you are welcome to laugh because you did warn me this would happen. Alright, and then we have 20, 40, 60, 80. 1, 20, 40, 60, 80, 2, 20, 40, 60, 80, 3, 20, 40, 60, 80, 4, 20, 40, 60. Next up is the 10s. So 1, 10, 20, 30, 50, 60, 70, 80, 91, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 92, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 93, 10, 20, 330. That was terrifying. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 100, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60, 65, 70, 75, 80, 85, 90, 95, 195. $585. Perfect. It'll turn itself off, I'm sure of it. Alrighty. As per normal. No, I don't know where it went. Covering it. I got my little budget sheet here. Now, I was supposed to post this and then my Luxe dollar stuff go up next week, but I forgot to press record on this, and this didn't arrive when I wanted it to. And you can tell it's going to be chaotic. Alright. So, starting off, as always, with my wallet. Should probably quickly check if I've got any coins. Also, my boss got a free Zaraffa's card for a free coffee, so I've just got that sitting behind here, which I'm kind of excited about. Oh, we've got, first time ever, we've got coins. It doesn't happen often on this channel because I'm really bad at ensuring I keep receipts and coins in here and don't empty them out preemptively. Should have started that $1 challenge. Not next week. Next one. So I don't know if I've ever showed you guys this coin, but it kind of just sits over off to the side because this is like a really big collectible here in Australia. It is the $1 bluey coin. called the one, for you who are probably parents to watch, you guys would know who Bluey is, but this is Bingo. So now I'm kind of just really, actually that could be Bluey, but me and my sister think it's Bingo. But me and my twin sister are really trying to get all the coins. You're gonna see who wins. Really quickly. She's leaving. Don't want her anymore. They're going to create my sister's binder, which is where this binder is going to. If you guys watch my Luxe dolly, you'll know I've transferred my personal to my white binder. This binder is going to my sister, who needs to save a little bit. Starting off with spending, it's getting its usual 100. Oh god, I can't wait to have new binders. Next on my priority is my travel binder, which then I'm pretty sure I'll slowly replace everything, but I want my travel binder next because Melina's launch has this beautiful deep red and I just want it. Fuel's getting 50, so I'm going to start something a bit different with this as well in terms of how I'm organizing fuel, because I've got this and I've got my fuel thing in, I've got a fuel envelope in here that I don't use, but I also can take money out of this when I'm going for my motorbike rides, and so I think I'm going to keep my $10 for my motorbike fuel into here because it's not expensive and it kind of just accrues because I don't ride the bike a lot. Groceries is getting 240, and I'm going to try and use some of the, you'd think I'd put all of the old bills first, but no, I'm just going to keep them at the back so you guys can see all the pretty ones. Alright, so 240 in groceries. This next one's interesting. My husband needs a fair bit of stuff this week, so it is the most we are ever putting in his extras binder at $60. Because he needs probiotics and some other bits and pieces. He sent me a list. I've also upped the amount I'm putting in coffee because $5 doesn't even pay for a coffee, and I have to keep dipping out of my spending to pay for at least a coffee a fortnight, which is kind of what that coffee envelope's for. It's to pay for a coffee a fortnight. So yeah. Oh, so would anyone like to see my sister's binder? I don't know. Is this something you guys would want to see? Maybe my next cash stuffing, I could pop it up and you guys could see how I'm traveling along for my sister's binder, because hopefully I'll have Raelynn's order by then and my binder for this will have changed. It looks stunning. Alright, so we're going to start off with my short term. Now, as I said oh god, this is gross. As I said I could have said it earlier, because I said it last video. I've reorganized a lot of my binders. So the way that these are set up looks very different. I have created a new month in advance spreadsheet. I have created a new planner, or like a new tracker for myself, so that it works better for what I want and for how my setup runs here. So yeah, this is my short-term one, and in budget we're stuffing 20. I've also preemptively started to put ones in the categories that I know I'm going to add later on, or ones that I've moved in here that might be a while before they leave that envelope. So budget has 100, 120, 140, 160, and like I said, I think I'm going to use this to save up for Maddie's order that I've got that I really want to do with her, but I also want to be there for Melina's launch, so I think I'm going to make sure that I've got money in there for that too. Gaming is getting 5, and that now has 50, 55, 60. Cash buffer, it did have 10, but I did empty it because I had this adorable little boy rock up at my door, and I happen to know he's from one of the schools around here because I've run into his dad before, and he's doing a color run at his school, and I had $10 in here, and I'm like, you know what, I'm gonna give him the whole $10. Like, I know I have a donations thing, but I didn't want to break that, and this is kind of what this is for, so I made the decision to give him the 10 out of here. So cash buffer now only has 5. I think it was such a nice, and his dad's like, are you sure? I'm like, yeah, I really want to do it. Just let me. He's doing it for a good cause, and I like supporting people like that. So donations is getting 5, and that now has 55. This will be given over to the organisation that it's for right before tax time. Because our tax time is July, so it will be given probably just a couple of weeks before tax time rolls through, so they can claim it and I can claim it. Extra Food's getting 120. And at the back down there is Chiropractor, and that's getting 5. Alrighty, that is it for my short term. Moving on. This is gonna annoy me because there are some like this. Moving on, I've got debt payoff, and that's getting its usual 50. Miscellaneous is getting 5. Do you want to go, Bobby? Emergency is getting 10. So it now has 100, 120, 140, 150. Moving on from that is technology, and that's getting 5. Technology now has 20, 40, 45, 50. All right. New car is getting 5, so it now has 55. 50's in the bank, which now looking at it, I have regretted putting that 50 in the bank. But there's nothing I can do about that now. It is what it is. We're gonna leave it. We're gonna settle with how I've done it. Next up is the Melina project. Oh, wow, I really did rearrange this a little bit. That's getting 40. So now we're saving up for all of the snacks and the shipping fees for everything, because I did just pay for the giraffes. So now I'm going to start saving for other bits and pieces. I'm so excited. I am actually ecstatic to be able to be giving this to her. And medical's getting 20. So medical now has 100, 120, 140, 150. And next up is my home things binder, which is saving up for my dream office space, and that's getting 5. So 20, 40, 45, 50 in home things. Alrighty. So starting off in this one, we're starting off in date night, which is getting its usual 10 because that comes from my husband's pay. So date night now has 10, 20, 30. I'm ashamed of how disgusting these binders look, but they are old. Next up is anniversary. If you guys saw the last video, you would know that my amazing friend Mish had given me this in my little care package for my birthday. And I am just obsessed that I decided it needed to go in, even though it didn't match anything, and it's never going to match anything because I had always planned for these to come from Rae over at the RaeMarkable dollar, but I'm like, this is staying. This is perfect. This is exactly what I want. So it's staying in there. But anniversary's getting 10. And it now has 100, 120, 130, 140, 145. And next up is adventure dates, and that's getting 5. So it now has 20, 30, 35, 40. Adventure will pay for like things that are going to take a little bit further to get to. So I can use date as well as whatever's in that fund. Same with stay at home. You can use date plus the money in stay at home because money towards making sure we have a date at home or something. So to stay at home got 5, and that's now got 10, 15, 20. Next up is emergency. Now I did move this 50 because I had some issues here, so I moved the 50 back into here because I needed to. So that I unstuffed that and put that back. Joint emergency is getting 10. This might not get stuffed for a while, at least until because we had to buy a new lawnmower, so this won't get stuffed until the lawnmower is paid off back into the emergency account. So that's got 50, 70, 80, 90 and emergency, which is our joint emergency account. But I want $1,000 in cash at all times in there, because if the power goes out, we need to be able to do things. Next up is my new binder from Mish. Oh, it's so pretty. I had to keep this. I wanted a black and white theme, so I'm not sure where I'm going to put this, but that might be a later down the track problem. It might even go into the red binder, because I feel like that rose gold and the red might fit. But we're going to start off with my husband's envelope, which is getting 20. So that now has 50, 70, 80 in Dean. Next up is me time, which I'm going to be renaming to solo dates when you guys see Raelynn stuff. So that now has 50, 55, 60. Next up is self-care, and that's getting 5, and that now has 20, 40, 50, 55. Moving on from there is friends night. So I will be using this money soon because my friend has her friend up and she wants to go out for dinner. So that's getting 10. So it now has 50, 60, 70 in friends night. Sewing is up next, and that's getting 5. And it now has 20, 30, 35, 40 in sewing. Next up is books, and that's getting 10 because I really want that Kindle. So it now has 50, 60, 70 in books. Next up is hair, and that's getting 5, and that now has 50, 55, 60 in hair. Next up is clothing, and that's getting 5, so that now has 20, 45. Next up is perfume, and that's also getting 5, so that now has 45 as well. Ugh. Look at how pretty this is. This is actually stunning, and I can't wait for it to look exactly how I envisioned it. I also have a new binder coming from Walletwell, which is Blake, and a stack of envelopes from Melina. Just waiting for those to be sent off. And they will be replacing this binder here, so this binder is going soon. But I'm going to be keeping it. I might buy some extra envelopes, and this honestly could be what turns into my challenge envelope. You never know. But I'm definitely keeping this, because if you guys will see in my intro screen, they look like, this looks like one of my dog's fur, which is why I initially set it to the Kenya and Brindle binder. But yeah, this will be staying. This binder will not go anywhere. I'm hoping to still use it in my setup, just not for the dogs. So Kenya is getting 20. It now has 100, 200, 320. Next up is Brindle, and she's also getting 20, which means she should also have 320. So 100, 200, 320. Next up is Preventions. This will get used at the end of May, and that's getting 30. So it now has 100, 120, 140, 160, 80, 210. Yeah. A little worried that wasn't right for a minute. Pet Emergency is up next. and that's getting 10. It now has 100, 150, 170, 190, 200 in pet emergency. Next up is dog food. And that's getting 10. Yep, that's a 5. And that's getting 10. Now has 30. Next up is dog toys. And that's getting 5. And that now has 20, 40, 50, 55, 60. Next up is pet care, and that's getting its usual 10. And it now has 50. Costs about $110 to wash both of the dogs through someone professional, and I normally get their nails clipped, but I wash them occasionally myself, but I get their nails clipped through someone else because I've done a bad job once with Kenya. I refuse to do it again. Pet boarding or pet sitter is what this one's going to be renamed to, is getting 5. So 20, 40, 65. I think I'd pay a sitter, someone to come to my house instead of paying somebody else, because I just don't want my dogs to ever be uncomfortable. And this one's getting 5. So it now has 55 in bling, which will be renamed to accessories once Melina's stuff comes. This is Gwendol. You want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? Put your head in the camera. Oh. Do you want to say hi? This is Gwendol. She says hi. Do you want to do it? Yeah. She's my quiet one. They're both rescues, but this is my quiet one of my two. She loves cuddles. She'll find a way to sit on my lap when I'm doing things for cuddles, won't ya? Yeah. Back on the bed. You guys gotta say hi to one of my dogs. Alright, so I got given these as well from Mish. So this one says, whatever you do for work or play, do it with passion. And then she made me this little dashboard that says my name on it in my favorite color, and so I just thought it was absolutely fitting because I've got dashboards already coming for my Raelynn binder, for like my Raelynn setup. So I'm like, where else could this go? Perfect spot, my bike. Like anywhere I've got my bike stuff, because that's my hobby. Besides this, my bike is one of my main hobbies, and I'm like, it's where it's going. Perfect place. So, oh, there we go. So motorbike rego is getting, back go down there, 25. I'm gonna be able to use a place tracker next time. So it now has 100, 200, 300, 400, 450, 470, 490, 495, $500. We're gonna be able to change over to a $500 placeholder next cash condensing. Sorry, because yeah, woo, exciting. I tried to wait a little bit and make sure there's a bit of money in there before I transfer it over. Next up is my car rego, which is getting 35. So it now has 20, 40, 60, 80, 90, $105. Next up is motorbike maintenance. So this is things to, repair and do things to my bike, like general stuff. And that is getting its usual 30. I don't have any 10s. So it now has 100, 200, 300, 320, 340, 350, which means that's exactly what car maintenance will have as well, because they're almost sitting exactly the same, but there is more notes in here because I ran out of 100s. 100, 200, 220, 240, 260, 280, 300, 320, 340, 350. Next up is license renewal. You guys may have noticed there is a fully funded placeholder on my little setup over here. That is because license renewal is now officially fully funded. Because I wanted this fund, it's due at the end of the year, but I wanted it funded beforehand. So next week, I'm gonna have an extra $25 to play with. 100, 200, 220, 240, 250. So next cash condensing, that 50 will go back into the bank. We will put a $50 placeholder because I have those, and this is going into here. So my license renewal is now fully funded. How amazing is that? All right, moving on is bike extras, and that is getting its usual 10. I knew that I that 5 back there. I really need to put 5 in here at some point. 100, 120, 140, 160, 180, 120, 60, 80, 90, $205. Yep. Next up is vehicle emergency, which is currently named vehicle things. So it's just a bit of extra money to help pay for services. My car is juice. This is probably going to disappear soon. 50, 70, 90, 110, 120, 130. Next up is fuel, and that's getting 10. So it now has 20, 30, 45. All right, and that is a vehicle binder. Next up is a head. Now, this is a magic week, guys, which means I have a little bit of extra money because not all of my bills are due. So everything's in this binder is getting 10. So subscriptions now has 20, 30, 20, 40, 60, 70, $80 in subscriptions. My goal is to buff up subscriptions, have that fully funded, and then move on to the next thing. But still put a little bit of money aside in other little envelopes as well to ensure that everything's getting something. So insurance is getting 10. It now has 20, 35. I obviously want to beef up everything as much as possible, work hard on getting everything full, but if I can get one by one full, then it's just gonna make the world a difference. So Ahead now has Telstra now has 20, 30. Registration is getting 10, so 20, 35. The goal is that everything in here will have enough money to be able to cover 6 months of every single thing in here. I know what that amount is. I have it written down. But yeah, you guys will find out as I fully fund. Utilities is getting 10, so that now has 20, 35 as well. Besides subscriptions, I think everything's pretty much just a bit on the lower side. Additional payments also has 35. I think a lot of things have 35. Dog things, which would pay for backup things when I can't afford them. To get ahead, if I lose my job, I want to still be able to make sure that I've got things for my dogs. So this has 20, 30, 40. Pay ahead, which will allow me to be able to pay myself a little bit. It's getting 10. That now has 35. The whole point of this binder is to be able to survive, pretty much. But I hate how flimsy it is. Alright, next up is moving. And vehicle transport's getting 10. That now has 45. Clearly did not look at this when I decided what was getting money. And moving fees is getting 5. It now has 20, 25, 30. Can at least get a 10 next time. Alright, next up. I'm not putting any money in here, but I still wanted to show you guys anyway. But this is my husband's new binder. So this is everything from the Luxe dollar. obviously except for these little placeholders here, these little backdrops here. But how nice are these? I am so excited. I cannot wait to stuff them and put some new money in there. But my husband couldn't afford anything this week because he needed extra in groceries instead. So next up is kids, and it's, which is my other Melina binder. And kind of got a thing here. I'm just putting 5 in the first 4 that don't have as much. So announcements has 10. Birthdays will also have 10. Kids buffer will have 10 as well. And then furniture has over 10, medical has over 10, and the next one is clothes and toiletries, and that's also getting 10. Literally see clothes and toiletries as like a hygiene section. Alright, and that is that one done. Whee! Oh no, just stabbed it. Alright, next up is my holiday binder. Is that right? Yes, it is. Alright. So, first up is Valentine's Day, and that's getting 5. So it has 10, it has 20, 35 in Valentine's Day. My hubby and I don't do much, so I don't know what we would do for Valentine's Day. Easter is getting 5, and that's all it has. Mother's Day is getting 15. And it now has 100 in the bank, 20, 30, 40, 45, 50, so 150. And I think I've got 1 pay before Mother's Day. But Mother's Day will drop down to 10. Right, Father's Day is getting its usual 10. So 50, 70, 90, 100. Father's Day has just hit $100. Halloween's getting its usual 5. Same thing as Easter. I don't have kids. Halloween's not as important to me. I do want to give this to a family struggling when the time comes to help them be able to give their kids a bit of fun. So Halloween's 10, 20, oh no, 20, 40, 45, 50 in Halloween. Black Friday is getting 25. And it now has 100, 150, 170, 175, 180 in Black Friday. Christmas is getting 5, and that now has 50 as well. Next up is New Year's, and that's getting 5, which means that has 50. And gifts is up next, and that's getting 30. Well, so gifts now has 51, 50, 51, 50, 70, 92, 215. It's most, I'm surprised at how much money I have in gifts. And miscellaneous also has 50. Miscellaneous comes for miscellaneous holiday expenses, because you'll notice I have a couple of like buffers or miscellaneous and a couple of binders. It is to cover everything in that binder and that binder only. All right, next up is my travel binder. And flights is getting 5 because flights anywhere are expensive. And so flights now has 50, 60, 65, 70. Transport's up next. Nope. And food's up next, sorry, and that's getting 5. And so it now has 10, 15, 20 in food. Next up is passports, and that's getting 10, because for passports in Australia, for 2 of them, so me and my husband, that is $850. So 20, 40, 60, 70, $80 in passports. Alright, now we're up to our travel binders. Starting off with my big guy. Should be up to 7. Yep. Alrighty. $100, 200, 350 bucks. Alright, next up is this one. This has a bit going in it today. Alright, first of all, we are starting and finishing my April challenge. $20, $30, $40, $20, $80. So starting off with my coffee challenge, that's getting 5. This coffee challenge is from Purely Budget, so Cooper, that's getting 5, so it now has 10, 5, 10, 15, 20. Next up is Easter treats. I might even make this my savings book and this my 5K challenge. And Melina's can stay in her little play binder. Next up is Easter treats, which is from Mish over at the Luxe. My main girl. And that's getting 1.5. I laminated these so I can reuse them over and over again without feeling super guilty. That's that one. Next up is my Christmas lights, and that's getting 10. Ticking off with green. I'm doing it in color because I don't want to mess that up. So it now has 20, 30, 40, 50, and my Merry Christmas challenge from the Canadian Finance Journey on Ko-fi, because that's where I get most of these challenges off. Most of them. Moving into New Year, New You. I've got $10 going in here, so that's 2 bubbles. 1, 2. Where'd my money go? So it now has $120 in New Year, New You. So I'm halfway there. If it's got 220, I am halfway there. Yeah, I'm quite halfway through the month. Next up is my Travelopoly from Melina. If you guys saw, I did post a little reel where I did roll for this, but I will roll for this one back on. Hey guys, so sorry about that. My video cut short because my phone died. But I did circle the $20 and I rolled for a 5 for next week's video. But if you guys really enjoyed, please do not forget to like and subscribe to my channel. I'm trying to post as much as I can at the moment. I hope you guys enjoy, and I shall talk to you all next time. Bye!